Questions are already starting to arise. If the so-called special military operation was launched to protect the people of Donbass, then now the entire country of Russia needs protection.
They believe that the time has come to work on destabilizing the situation inside Russia. Why? To create panic, to provoke public outrage, so that people begin asking, why isn't our government protecting us?
I can tell you that these questions are already being asked. If the special military operation began to protect the residents of Donbass, the Donetsk and Luhansk People's Republics, then now all of Russia needs protection, not just the newly acquired territories. And people are asking themselves, why did we need this in the first place? And their grievances are not directed at those carrying out the strikes. There is a narrative in our country, and unfortunately it still exists today, that Zelensky is not an independent actor, that he has no real influence, makes no decisions, and that we will negotiate with America. The average Russian watches all of this, trusts the authorities, and says, well, that makes sense, repeating this narrative year after year. But then people begin to notice that something is not right. A question arises, what if this narrative, that Russia and the United States will negotiate, that Europe will not be allowed to sit at the negotiating table, and that Zelensky is not even worth discussing, does not actually reflect reality? At first people ask these questions quietly, but then more and more loudly. After the strikes and the disruption of land supply routes to Crimea, people begin asking, is Zelensky really as powerless and irrelevant as we've been told? And if that turns out not to be true, then trust in the government's narratives as a whole begins to erode. So what are we supposed to do? How do we get out of this situation and at least explain what the reality actually looks like? Because what frightens people most is uncertainty. They are told on television that everything is fine, while they themselves can clearly see that everything is not fine.
For some time, of course, we will continue taking hits, until we rebuild, restore, and establish new supply routes.
And most importantly, the people who made the decisions will not be the ones paying the price.